Welcome to the education movement. I'm the leader, Justin Wan. If you're watching this video, it means you want to do a little more than just support the cause. Maybe you even want to participate. This is an opportunity to have your thoughts and feelings heard. We are, after all, a student-led movement, and we value your voice. But before we get ahead of ourselves, there are some things that everyone needs to understand. Now, the way our current education system works is based on a standardized curriculum. It's called the factory model, developed in the late 1700s with the goal of providing a workforce for the nation. So they created a quick and easy way to do just that. The standard curriculum ensures everyone learns the same content. It's easier to manage, it's easier to test. We group kids by age, regardless of ability, to keep it simple. We created fixed schedules for everyone. Bell schedules and periods are really only methods of organization. It's efficient. The classrooms are teacher-centered. Again, simple, efficient. Now to top it all off with testing and grades to quickly and easily evaluate performance. We needed a way to compare students. In the end, it was only ever about efficiency, but we are not robots, and this system doesn't work for learning. School measures a very simple kind of intelligence: memorization, test-taking ability, and speed. But it doesn't account for creativity. It doesn't account for critical thinking. It doesn't account for communication or leadership. Doing well in school just means you're good at school, but not much else. School rewards sitting still and following instructions, but the real world rewards curiosity, creating, and adapting. In school, everyone moves at the same pace. It could be too fast, it could be too slow. Some fall behind, others get bored. Subjects are separated: math, science, English, for the purposes of, you guessed it, efficiency. But the real world combines everything, all the subjects, and so much more. Worst of all, your score is prioritized more than learning. It's all about a letter grade or a GPA that doesn't actually care if you actually understood the material. It asks one question: can you cough up what I shoved down your throat? Now, it's important to note that school is not an inherently bad thing. It increased literacy rates of millions. It provided everyone with at least some sort of education, and there is structure. But while every other industry innovates and expands and improves upon itself, school has stayed largely the same instead of adapting to modern society. Here's what modern education is doing differently. Project-based learning lets students learn by doing, developing real-world skills like problem solving and collaboration while giving students a real hands-on experience. A lot different from trying to memorize a bunch of facts. In 1907, an Italian physicist named Maria Montessori came up with a student-led learning, providing freedom and responsibility to take their learning into their own hands instead of the typical teacher lectures, the class style. Finland has found large success in their new schooling systems, eliminating standardized testing and minimizing homework. Being a teacher there is highly respected and prestigious. Turns out when you pay someone well, they do a better job. They emphasize student well-being. Now, High Tech High is a school in San Diego doing things anyone would call them crazy for, frankly. There are no bell schedules. The subjects are all combined. It's all project-based learning, and the teachers are free to teach whatever they want. While there isn't one best way to do education, we've already found major success in alternatives that I wish were more widespread. Now, as a participant in the education movement, we invite you to join our daily discussions. First, there are a few rules. Rule number 1, no surface level takes. You can't just say homework sucks. Instead, Try homework can reinforce learning, but studies have found that overdoing it a bit can cause more harm than good. That brings us to our second rule: supported ideas. Every idea must come from research or real examples or personal experience. Obviously, don't just make stuff up or base it off opinion alone. Rule number 3 is productive criticism. Don't say, this is bad. Say, this is bad. Here's something better. Last, rule number 4. Disagreement is good. You are allowed to disagree, but it should improve the idea instead of just saying you're wrong. Now, here are some key concepts that everyone should know. The student versus the system problem. Is the issue the student, or is it the structure? There's also different types of intelligence. Academic intelligence, not the same as creative intelligence, which is not the same as social intelligence. There's also a difference between learning and memorization. Being able to recall information short term is not the same as understanding. Intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation is important here. Extrinsic means you want to do something for an external factor, for example, grades, or to avoid punishment. Intrinsic means you're doing it for the love of the game, really. I want to do it because it's fun, because I enjoy it. 21st century skills, or soft skills, or however you want to call them, are skills that we need to succeed in the modern world. Creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, the 4 C's. Now, I'm sure that in each and every one of you is a passionate learner. You all have thoughts and ideas, and I love that. But if we want to change the world, change education, we have to understand it first. If you want to become a participant in our movement, join our Discord server. If you go to Mill College at CSM, come to Mr. Lance's room on any day at any time between 9 to 12 and join our discussions. We'll see you there. Thanks for watching.